Alright everyone, welcome to my very first Planet Zoo episode. We're going to be taking a look at my franchise mode. Maybe some small tips in there that some of you guys might be able to use. I wouldn't say I'm doing awesome at it, but I've gotten 1,000 times further than I was earlier today. I was at like a negative $100,000 and I managed to get out of the red and I'm into a surplus now and I'm actually earning some conservation points. So we're going to hop in. The Synchro of Life is the name of my franchise. My first zoo is Stanley Zoo. That's a good way to start things up. Spotted protester. Alright, so we're gonna go into pause mode quick here. Alright, so it's nothing fancy. I'm not bragging about how awesome my zoo is whatsoever, but right now it's working well for me. At least it was earlier. When I left, I was starting to lose some money. I'm getting negative $2,000 here, and I'm not too sure what's going on. My upkeep is obviously more than I'm bringing in, and I'm not too sure what changed between now and the last half an hour there. Get that sorted out. But yeah, so I got my ostrich exhibit in the middle here. I got some African buffalo over here, pronghorns over here, African wild dogs. I got some Nile monitors and giant tortoises, Galapagos giant tortoises over here. So nothing too crazy. I don't have like bears, I don't have lions, I don't have leopards or tigers or anything like that. And what I found is that the upkeep on those types of animals is just so huge. And just with where the beta's at right now, I think it just doesn't work well to have them in a zoo. At least for me anyways, I haven't gotten to a point where I can afford to have those animals in. Because I mean, just with what I have right now, I'm actually losing a bit of money as we speak. But yeah, anyways, so basically I have an ostrich breeding farm here. And this is where I'm getting my conservation points from mainly. I get a little bit from my pronghorns over here, but they're not nearly as good as the ostriches. These things breed like crazy. So that's kind of the main focus of what this zoo is for, is just collecting conservation points. So yeah, I basically, let's see what I got for ostriches at the moment here. Oh, these are the pronghorns. I actually want to count these two. So I got 12 pronghorns. I'm probably going to hang on for a little bit. For the size of my enclosure, 10 is about what they want for their habitat, for being overcrowded. Take the hit on that one. Monitors I'm going to have to get rid of. Jeez, I got way too many of those. They're going to hate that. I think they want like 6. I got a ton there, so I'm going to sell some monitors. Tortoises, they're probably good right now. They don't really breed. And lots of ostriches. Tons of ostriches. Wow, okay. So I'm just gonna do this right now. So you look, they get up to be about 6-7 years old, and that's about when I try and sell them. Some of them go a little longer depending on how long I leave it. So let's go through and select all the old ones here. We'll start up here. Work my way down. 3's a little bit young, but I have a lot of babies, so I don't mind doing that. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that leaves me with 8. So I'll leave a couple of females and one more male. So I got my ostriches selected, my tortoises are fine, and my monitors, I'm going to get all the old ones. How many are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I got 6 left, and I guess I can take a couple pronghorns too while I'm at it. This one's probably gonna die soon, so same with these 2, these 4. So those are all males. Okay, so that's pretty good. So we're gonna release all of these to the wild. 186 points, and I can do that almost every hour or so in the game. But yeah, now I'm back up to 1300. So that's pretty awesome. And I've been keeping the game on pretty much 3 times mode. You'll see how hectic it gets though when you keep it up here. You just get animal is starving, so you gotta go and call keeper. I just manually do it. They do eventually go there. I can leave the game idle for a bit, and sometimes I don't even look, and I just go nuts. I hit everything. But once you get rid of things, because when you have a crap ton of animals in an enclosure, the upkeep is just insane. You got animals getting injured left and right. You need food all the time. The glass gets damaged on your barriers. And one thing I'm noticing is my pronghorns used to get injured a lot, and I had a water pool in there because I didn't want to have to refill the water all the time, but I noticed that was causing them to get injured way more often. Like a lot, like stupid amounts. I was getting really annoyed. They were little bitches anyways, so I got rid of the water pool, and that helped a ton. My African wild dogs, I don't know. I'm having a hard time with these ones. I've had 10 of them so far. Well, what's this doing up here? Let's move that. Yeah, anyways, I had like 10 wild dogs so far, and I've got one. That one was dead. I've got one. He's 13. Let's, I guess we'll just let him go. I might change this enclosure to something else, because I'm not really liking these guys, which sucks. I put a lot of research into them. Let's see here. Well, no, not really. They're probably the lowest. The tortoise is the next one. So, yeah, anyways, so research. Let's get some of that going. The research is very inconsistent. What did I get? Oh, barriers. Nice. Okay. So anyways, yeah, well, especially with mechanics, because I have a hard time keeping a lot of mechanics on my, we'll go roster, I guess, because they're, well, I don't know, I just kind of trying to run a skeleton crew so I don't have to pay as much overhead. The mechanics seem like the least important, except for when it comes to research, they are kind of important, but veterinarians and zookeepers are the most important that I've seen so far. Because, especially with the way I'm doing, I have a massive ostrich enclosure here, and that's kind of my breeding center, and they just eat so much stinking food. So I got, how many zookeepers do I have? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 keepers, got 5 mechanics, then I have a crap ton of veterinarians. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of them, and they all want to raise. That's the problem with, that's probably why my money's going down, because these guys keep wanting raises. I probably shouldn't have upgraded them from where they were. They didn't really need to be. They weren't unhappy or anything. I just kind of was in a frenzy and just did it all. So I think that's where my negatives are coming from. But it's actually not terrible. I'm close. Let's see if I can get a little more from the entrance fee here. So basically what I do is I just sit here and I crank it up and I'm watching people leave. See, these people are leaving, so no, I can't crank it up. We'll try the per child. See if that changes anybody's mind. Doesn't seem to be. Nobody's turning around. We'll go one more. Check it out. Everyone's still coming in. That's good. Nope, and they left. So 16 bucks. Now I have mine open 24/7. I don't know if that's like good or bad. I'd say it would be good because you just have people coming in and out all the time, so it's constant income. So for the most part, the zoo is pretty self-sufficient. I've got a veterinarian hospital over here. I think I've got 2 zookeeper huts. No, okay, I don't. But I got another zookeeper hut over here just so they don't have to walk as far. And then I think I put another hospital. Oh, I didn't put another hospital over there. Okay, so let's see here. That might be why my dogs kept dying. Well, no, they just died of old age. I don't know. They got a very short life and they don't really breed. So they were sort of useless as far as getting conservation points are concerned. The ostriches are freaking awesome because they just go nuts. Like, okay, I just sold almost all of my adults and I have adults again. And a bunch of babies running around. These guys are scrapping it up. So yeah, I've been basically just playing on freaking ×3 this whole time. I hate it when the inspector comes because he finds you up the butt for every injured animal, and it seems to be that they all get injured all at once. Yeah, and so when I get low welfare like that, generally it means that it just needs a cleaning because they like all the stuff I have in their form. So usually once a zookeeper comes and gets all the cleaning done, let's see how long this actually takes. I don't know, I have zookeepers assigned. Each of my work areas is only 1 enclosure. There we go. Let's see if they come in. He's just standing there. Okay, there he goes. Perfect. Yeah, so there he goes. Cleaning welfare is going right back up again. So generally it just means the zoo or the enclosure needs a cleaning. And yeah, let's see here. Do I got one more? Did I lose my last doggy? Kind of looks like I did. I don't think I have any more animals in here. So I'm going to hit pause and we're going to come up with a animal to put into this enclosure. Actually, first of all, I'm going to delete all of these. Can't seem to select that one. Whatever. Terrain. So I don't know. I might try a grizzly bear enclosure in here. We'll see. I have a feeling that as soon as I do it, it's gonna make this go right into the negative because they are such a freaking hog on food. And there's kind of a bug where they don't really get fed as much, especially with the meat-eating animals. The meat just doesn't seem to get done as much. I don't know. And people have been talking about that in Discord chat there, that just the grizzly bears and meat-eating animals, they have a hard time keeping up with their meat supply. And I don't know if it's glitching out with the food tray. So there's definitely some bugs with this game. Especially with research. I've been having a hard time with research. Sometimes it just doesn't let me do any at all. So, the camera here, why is it so stinking slow? I don't like, yeah. I kind of like this new camera system, so instead of like being able to look down and go down and up like that, it keeps you locked on this axis, on the lateral axis, and you can actually fly around and keep a same height, and then you use E and Q, whereas in Planko, you'd be able to like look up and that's the direction you would go. So I kind of dig this new one. You just takes a bit of getting used to. Alright, so yes, animals. So generally go check out cache listings first. I'm gonna look through here. So I can get a grizzly bear. Could try mandrills. I wonder if they're any good. So since I do have some conservation points, what I will do is I'll check out what they cost and what I have available here in cache, and then I'll go see what I have and how much it costs if I was to buy a couple more with my conservation points. Because if it's like 1,000 per mandrill, I'm definitely not gonna use them. That would be just silly. So we're gonna go, what are they called? Just mandrill, okay. Mandrill. 213, and then I always look at the stats too. So if they don't have fertility at all, like if that's down at the bottom, I say screw that. And then longevity is a good one. Size and immunity gene, I haven't really seemed to notice to be bothersome. I don't know. I don't ever get quarantine updates really. I see them once or twice here and there, but it's nothing too crazy. So that guy, those are pretty good. Except then you get the females, that's 4,000. So. And that's it, right? So I don't think I have any females. Yeah. So I can't get any females on a mandrill for a decent price. So I'm just not even going to bother with the mandrill because you need females for breeding, obviously. So let's see here. Let's go back to cache listings. Now the other one I noticed was this other kind of antelope here. What about a gemsbok? I wonder how easy they are to breed. I could do a plain zebra. I think their females are really expensive too. And they probably eat a lot. I could do sable antelope. 20 years for these guys, that's pretty good. Okay, just doing some reading up here, and it looks like if I was to have them in a group, if you mix a bunch of males up, they'll probably end up fighting and not actually mating. I don't know. Can I do pre-research on an animal? That would be amazing if you could. Because that was one thing I had a real big problem with starting up, is that you don't have any habitat assets for your animals until you start doing research, which requires time, and it doesn't take a long time for your money to drain. So that's where I had a real big deal with going, because when your animals don't have their assets, their well-being or welfare or whatever, animal welfare, it gets really low, and then you got all the protesters coming, and then the inspector comes and he fines you up the butt, which is a real big pain in the ass right at the very beginning when you're getting going. And that's where I had a ton of problems with, and I was just struggle city up here. I ended up at a negative $100,000, and it took me like, by the time I actually made a turn, I think I had the ostrich farm, I had the pronghorns, and I started noticing that my money was slowly making its way down, and I made to about negative $78,000, and then I took out a big ass loan. I took out all 3 loans, and I built this enclosure. Then it dropped me back down to negative 50,000, but it still pays off that loan, so waited until all that was paid off, and then it started working its way back down again once the interest stopped compounding and all that. Then I was actually in a pretty decent surplus, and I got to above like 10 grand in about an hour and a half after my loans were paid off from negative $50,000. So I was pretty happy about that. And yeah, and then I tried doing the wild dogs. They didn't really do a whole lot. I was gonna do hippos, and then I had a change of heart because I wanted to try out this. Someone in Discord posted. Who was that? Sniperdelic. Quick thing, I don't know if anyone has mentioned on it on here. You can use barriers as water borders, so you can create, if you wanted to, glass tanks as well as underwater viewing areas. I was like, that's freaking cool. And yeah, it works kind of just like this. I'm sure there's a better way you can execute it. It's just with the landscaping and the barriers, it's kind of hard to pre-plan landscaping to exactly how you want it. So I mean, I did an alright job for a first go at it. I'll do a better one for the next one, obviously. But yeah, anyways, I was gonna put hippos in here, and then I just kind of got to thinking, I was like, they might be good for money, but they're gonna cost a lot of money to feed and stuff. So I just decided not to, and I went with turtles and what are these guys again? I always forget these guys' names. Nile monitors. We'll just call them monitors. But yeah, so I went with that, and it seems to be doing pretty good. Like, let's see, this donation bin, 77,000. This one down here, 13, which isn't the best. It'd be better if there was some hippos swimming in there, and that one, then that one's 6,000. So I don't know, I litter donation bins everywhere. So like I have 2 in here, and then I put them beside like this speaker here. It plays Well, it doesn't play anything now because it gets rid of the animal. You can set it to play whatever animal it's in, so people will stand here longer and that'll make them donate. So I got a speaker, and you can turn up the volume on these things too, eh? Make them cover distance. So that's a really good tip as well. So anyways, this is my zoo. It's definitely nothing pretty. I kind of started doing this. I was going to do something super fancy, but I'm just not that good at the management enough to start doing fancy things. Probably what I'll do is I'll start like pre-building enclosures over here in a nicely laid out manner, and I'll slowly work getting my animals and stuff like that. And I probably won't put them in the enclosure. I'll just leave them in my trade center, because I don't think they age in here. Yeah, see, I bought these guys like in game time like 30 years ago. Yeah, I'm at year 62 because I keep this on triple forward, triple speed. But yeah, so these guys have been in there for like 30 years and they haven't aged. So I'll probably end up just trying to stockpile all the exotic animals that I want to place, and I'll start building like an actual nice zoo, connect the path, and open everything up and just hope for the best. But yeah, I haven't gotten there yet. We'll see. We got till October 5th, I think, something like that. So a week to get my zoo built. It'll probably just be like 3 enclosures. I don't know. And I'm also not sure if my money is going to carry over. So I'm kind of hesitant to spend it. If I can stockpile this for when it actually launches, then I'll have a good starting point. I wasn't really too interested in playing the franchise mode, but it turned out to be kind of fun once I started actually winning. Because when I was losing, I was so frustrated. I was getting very, very mad. It was, yeah, super annoying. Spotted protester. Man, is this inspector still? I feel like he's here all the bloody time. Is there like a way that I can find him and kick him out? Water treatment failing. Call mechanic. And when your glass starts breaking too, animals start escaping. So if that gets cracked and stuff, so it's important to keep your barriers up. So you just click on the barrier, call mechanic. And I just do that periodically, so you can actually see with this one, like this wear up here, the glass shows it really well. I don't really see it on like the wood barriers or the brick barriers or anything. Mind you, I haven't really looked for it, but I think, yeah, probably the dirt and stuff means it's getting worn. So just click on it, call mechanic, gets that fixed up, because then animals start escaping and I don't bother, especially with ostriches, they make all the guests run away. It's kind of annoying. So I just end up paying $1,000 and you can just catch them instantly instead of making a vet go chase them. Let's see here, we're actually doing pretty good. We're at 3 stars, so I'm gonna see if I can get away with upping my ticket price a little more. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna build a grizzly bear enclosure. I'll probably just do like a fast-paced one of that. I don't know if you guys want to see that stuff or not, but yeah, I'm gonna try and build a grizzly bear enclosure and screw it. looks like it's about time to sell some birds again. Jeez. See, that's what I mean. Those things just like keep coming and coming. I love it. I thought the buffalo were gonna be good, but they just kind of hang out and live a long time. I've had like 2 babies, I think, over there in the like 40 years they've been there. I got a dead lizard in here? Is that what's up? Oh man, I got baby tortoises. Sweet. Okay, so I'm going to hit pause. I'm gonna go to animal trading. No, not animal trading, zoo. Look at my animals. So I got a few pronghorn I can get rid of. I'm gonna get rid of the oldest ones. Got some monitors I can get rid of too. Jeez, okay. Leaves me with a few males still. That's good. And turtles, you are 44 years old. Time for you to go. I guess we'll just leave these guys because we got 2 females and 2 females and 1 male. Up to the ostriches. 7, 7, 6, 7. And there we go. We got another 131, which is good. I pretty much made back, almost made back what I spent on my 1 bear there. So that's good. And that will keep my upkeep costs nice and low if I hit play here. Look at that. 1 staff member has quit. Mechanic. That's okay. Mechanics I'm not giving raises. I'm just waiting till they quit and then I hire more. You guys say you want more money, but okay, we'll give you a little more. I'll give you another 20 bucks. Okay, so I seem to be doing okay. Bear enclosure wasn't the worst thing ever, except for when they sleep all the stinking time, nobody comes and gives them tips. What do they make? $16,000? 17? Oh my. Okay. Well, that's pretty good. I feel like I just put them there. That's crazy. All right. Awesome stuff. Good job, bears. So anyways, I don't know, that enclosure took me like, what, 15 minutes to make? So, I don't know, I like it. Looks pretty good. Standing on here, you can see the bears swim. Can't really see the actual bears in the cave, though. There they go. I guess that didn't plan out very well. I should have elevated the whole thing, which I mean, I still could do. I've seen bigger and better zoos. Screw you, get out of here then. Oh, I can't drop them in the bear caves. On my last game, I put lemurs in with the bears, and the bears just killed them immediately. It was pretty funny. You guys getting it on? You guys mates yet? Why is your social still down? Grass is too much long grass. Okay, what can I put more of? Rock. Oh, there's some wear and tear on that wall. Oh man, finds up the yin yang. There we go. I think they can see the actual bears sleeping now. Yep. Perfect. I wish my bears would go swimming. I wonder if this stuff is in the way. Sure, why not? There we go. Let them go. Yeah, ringing them tips. So I seem to be doing pretty good. I'm up 15,000 from when I started the video here, so considering I just bought some bears and put them in, there's some some initial expenses there, especially getting the food and stuff. 16 grand. Oh, there we go. Down to 3 grand now, but yeah. So it's good. I'm making money. Got 3 stars. I bet you I can get away with upping my zoo costs again now that I got some bears here. Let's see. Let's do $24. That's good. 25. Oh, just from putting the bears down, I got an extra like $4 out of my zoo entry, so that's freaking awesome. That's gonna be huge on my income. So I'm pretty happy about that. Good job, bears. I didn't have any faith in you, but I'm glad I put you in. Now, are you guys... Oh yeah, I gotta do some freaking research on you. How's that been going? Oh yeah, so this is glitching. I got sidetracked. See if it fixed itself. It did. Nice. Should do some more research while I'm at it. What needs more? You're not even around anymore. We got an escaped animal. A spot find. What? You would escape. Emergency capture. Oh, that's like $2,000 and crap there. So I'm gonna see if my compound is damaged here. Doesn't look like it is. I don't know how these guys keep escaping. Water pool here is kind of janky. We'll see. I might end up editing it and lifting everything up in behind it so you can actually get a better view on these guys. Oh, he's going into the water with it. Go get it. Go get it, boy or girl. Really? You just drop it in there and walk off? And you guys are lazy. Oh, you're drinking. It's pretty good animations. I don't know. I dig it. Good stuff. Alright, well anyways, so in case you guys are wondering what a good way to make some conservation bucks is, I think the ostrich farm is a good way to go. They seem to repopulate really quickly. Again, I'm probably almost ready to sell a few. Like, look at all my babies running around already. I've sold twice in this recording. I got an hour of gameplay here. It'll probably be a lot shorter by the time you guys see it, but yeah, I've got an hour of gameplay and I've sold ostriches twice. It's because I keep this thing fast forwarding, so they're just pumping out babies like nobody's business. Pronghorns I could probably get rid of too. Let's see what I got for salamanders. Yeah, probably get rid of some of them too. Pretty quick here. Oh man, that is in need of a mechanic. Let's call all 3 there. That's kind of how I do things. Like, oh, it needs a mechanic? Yeah, you need a vet and a zookeeper as well. I think I'm gonna hire a couple more zookeepers here. Okay, I think I'm done now. Hope everyone has a wonderful day. Let me know what you're doing down in the comments below in Planet Zoo. If you got any tips and tricks for what you've seen from me today, that would be awesome. I'd love to hear it. Because, yeah, definitely not the prettiest zoo, but it's working. I'm making money. I'm staying in the surplus anyways, so I'm pretty happy with that, considering how I was doing earlier today. Man, was it just struggle city. I was getting so mad and having such a hard freaking time. Or by the looks of things, I got it all under control now, so that's pretty awesome. So yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Bye now.